Hey everyone, I'm out here at the North Sulphur River. It's Sunday, and so I decided to take a look around. I found a few things so far, but I found this pile of red matrix that's been kind of beat up a little bit from the water. I don't know if you can see it or not. See that tooth right there? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. That's a nice piece of a tooth. Have no idea what species it is or anything. I'll have to look that up later. So, but as I'm here, there's also a piece of an ammonite here, right there. And then there's another piece right here of a different ammonite. That one will probably break apart as I take it, so I'll probably leave it here. But I also noticed while I was here, this little guy sticking out right here. So, got quite a few gastropods already, but that's a nice one. I like finding the ones with the red and the white. Wash it off a little bit. Always have a different look to them than the other ones, which is kind of cool. So wash it up when I get home later. So there, just from this one little red pile, I was able to find those three different things. So I'll keep looking here. If I find anything else, I'll let you know. So I'm about, you can't see the bridge because of the fog. It's extremely foggy this morning, so I'm not that far away. All right, close to where I found that tooth, and I found this interesting piece. Now this is a completely different matrix than everything else. I'm assuming it's a maybe a razor clam. Kind of coming apart a little bit. I'm not really sure if what matrix it's in, but it'd be cool if it was a pyrite. But we'll get that home, cleaned it up, and maybe take a better look at it then. Just down from that last piece I just showed, there's this little backlight sitting on top. I'm sorry, ammonite sitting on top. Let's take a look at it. Oh, cool. That is neat. That would have been really cool to find the whole piece of that thing, but let me wash a little bit. That is really neat though. Glad to find that one too. That's going to be a nice addition to my collection. All right, we're still in the same red matrix area that we were just a little while ago, and you see it? It's sitting right there. That is a nice shell right there. Wow. Couldn't ask for anything more than that. Gastropods are my second favorite, so got to find a nice place to keep that one so it stays in that shape until I get it home and get it cleaned up. So I figured I'd take a minute and show you why everybody likes the red matrix so much. So I'm just a couple feet away from where I just found that last gastropod, and then you have just debris everywhere. This is a baculite piece. There's some more baculites, some of the red matrix. See that white piece right there? That's another one. These are all hard to get out of the ground though because they'll break as you're pulling them out. So it's really hard to save any of those. But even then, you see it? It's right there. There's another nice gastropod shell. So this is why everybody, I don't know if you can see all this black stuff, that's clams, baculites, gastropod pieces. So, and it's pretty much everywhere. So I'm going to dig through this for a while, see what else I can find. So I generally don't try the other side of the bridge there, but I decided this time I was going to go ahead and give it a shot. Only found one little gastropod so far, kind of bare. You can see where, everybody's been trekking through the mud. Those are animal tracks right there, and I think there's some tortoises or some turtles running around down here. But as I was walking along, happened to pay attention, and look what I found. That is a nice chunk of a turtle bone, I believe. That is a really nice large piece, just sitting there in the water. I'll actually get the official name to you, but I think I've seen these before when I was doing some reading and so forth. But How great is that? That is just another dinosaur bone from a turtle. Millions and millions of years old, probably 70 to 90 million years old, stuck here in the ground until I was able to pick it up, and now it'll be going and added to my collection. So very happy about that one. That is a great find. Hey everyone, I decided to come back towards the bridge just to see if I could find any more of that tortoise bones anywhere. I went down quite a ways to see if there was any more there. I didn't see any, so I was making my way back, and I decided to stop at the red matrix and take a look. That's a little bit further down from the bridge, and look at, lo and behold, there's a vertebrae in the red matrix. Those are definitely unusual. Let me make sure I didn't break anything off of that I wasn't supposed to. Yeah, it's actually a piece of it, so I'll take that back with me, see if I can fix that. See, it's that chunk right there that came off. Probably not. This thing, whoops, it looks like it's falling apart quite a bit. So, but it came out right there, so I'll probably do a little digging here to see if I can find any more. Sometimes they'll be next to each other. So sometimes they just are by themselves. Doesn't feel like anything else in there, but I'll dig it up a little bit and just see, and then we'll see what we can do to maybe fix that. If not, it's still a dinosaur bone, so happy with that. Hey everyone, how are we doing today? So I'm going to go and show you the finds for the trip that we took on Sunday, I believe it was. These are really little. This is actually, that's a piece of a tooth there. Belonged to a shark that was probably 20 feet long or so. Can't pronounce the name, but maybe I'll put it down for everybody. This is a really, really small vertebrae along with this one. If you notice, this one's real tiny. It definitely does look like a reptile, like a mosasaur vertebrae. I did ask for help on that one to see if they could help me figure it out. I haven't heard anything yet, so maybe I'll update everybody in the past in the future if that comes to pass. A couple of clam steinkerns. I had to solidify that one and this one, which Spinnaker. That is a really cool design for a ammonite. So we have quite a few ammonites and baculite pieces here. It's taking a hard time focusing because there's so many different pieces, but there's a bivalve there in the gray matrix. This one's really cool. This is a bivalve in the clam in the red matrix. You can still see the shell lines on it, which is very unusual. So I'll probably stabilize that one. To stabilize them, I use generally just use water and Elmer's glue, believe it or not. Elmer's glue does wonders to stabilize them. It kind of fills in the pores, and it's also washable. So if you ever want to do anything in the future, you can just wash it off. So a lot of different snail species also. I did want to go back to the ammonite. So I did a little research. I was just kind of thinking, if I want to collect one of every ammonite that ever lived in the past, how many would I have to collect? There are over 10,000 different species of ammonites that they're aware of at this point in time from different parts of the world. So I've only got about probably 15, so I really got to get busy. So here's some gastropod steinkerns, excuse me. There's some of the ones in the red matrix. Some larger ones. There's that really cool one that I pulled out of the red matrix. That is definitely a great gastropod to have. That one's kind of beat up and so forth. So then we got the odds and ends. I still am going to go with razor clam with this one. It's a little different. That one, I kind of thought maybe a tooth at one point in time, but it just doesn't look like it. If we flip it over, I just don't know. Maybe I'll put that one on the website, see if anybody knows. Those two are unknowns. That one, well, I thought it was poop. And lo and behold, it is. That is carpelite. It is dinosaur poop. Interesting way to find out. One of the best ways to find out is to stick your tongue to it. If your tongue actually sticks, then more than likely that's what it is. So, yes, I did do that, and that's what I figured out. So, Then we have just pieces of bone and so forth. We have the vertebrae that was pulled out, the red matrix, and just some other bones that were here and there. This one actually is in a red matrix, so it throws it off a little bit. And then the find of the day, of course, was that this is I'm going to probably butcher the name, but it's a turtle plural. It's basically one of the backbones that helps hold the shell up. So I appreciate everyone joining in and watching this. Appreciate your time, and we have more coming. I went out today and I got some more stuff going on, so we will continue to shoot these as long as people are willing to watch them. Thank you.